The sun is all about what warms us up, what shines us, and I'm hearing like shines. So this could potentially be like being in the warmth of like what ignites you, what excites you, or comforts, because the sun is, and it has this potential like Leo energy of like shining brighter than anyone else, and really like being in the element of your strengths and not being afraid to outshine others. And it's being in that purity, that white horse, being in that vulnerability of your childlike nature and the essence of you, this new birth, almost new birth to passions, to excitement. But the sun, this is what Leo energy is all about. Leo energy, like this card essentially is about like what warms you up, what gives you that comfort. It's almost like your south node, in the sense of like our south node is the thing that we have already mastered in the past life, so we're most comfortable with. It gives us comfort to be in it because it feels like home. Sun is all about like warming other people up, or warming the earth up, or just like being in the warmth. But the sun, it's not like, oh, I have a duty, I have a service to others in order to grow others. It's like maybe here's the thought process I have right now. In order to grow others, you have to be in the fulfillment and what actually warms you up. Like in order to warm others up, in order to service others, to service the world, you have to be in your own light, in your own passion. That flag is red, is about passion, it's about power, it's about what ignites you. And that feather can signify like maybe you're getting intuitive hits in regards to your crown chakra, or opening your intuition more into having that vulnerability with the state of like being a new birth, newborn, that purity essence of just being in your comfort, of what grows you, of what comforts you, of what keeps you warm. But I'm also getting strongly that in order to service others, in order to warm the world, you have to know how you shine. You have to know how you shine and what shines you up, what brightens you up, in order to service others. In order to warm up the world, you have to know what actually are your strengths, what actually are your gifts, what actually comes to you naturally by you being naked, by you being vulnerable to the world without any pretenses of like, oh, this is who I have to be successful, to have power, to have passion. And sunflowers, I always make a comment about the sunflowers at the sun card, because sunflowers follow the sun. It's really about following what warms you up, what excites you, what really you naturally outshine others in some way, and really connecting to that in a more vulnerable, pure state. Taurus. Ooh, okay. Yeah, wow. Like, we have you being in your light, you being in your warmth, you shining bright in your vulnerable state, in your purity, and just shining bright, and just like, this is who I am. And the sun doesn't like try to, they're the brightest star in the sky. So it's like, this is how I am. I don't have to put a mask. I just show up as how I am, without trying to hide my body or being ashamed of my body. I'm born into this world, and I show up as how I'm born into this world. And then from that there's a celebration, there is an excitement. And so I'm getting like there's a social gathering that you might be experiencing at the end of November. I mean, Thanksgiving, actually, ironically, Thanksgiving is coming up. But also the Three of Cups is about like celebration from like what you've already harvested from the past. You have to think about like from the Three of Cups, they're celebrating something, but prior to from Three of Cups is the Two of Cups, which is joining of two souls, or making decisions to spend a life together, or to emotionally nurture, give back to each other in order to emotionally nurture. So this is a celebration, emotional celebration of potentially celebrating something of joy, of excitement, something new, fruition, something new coming up. a birth of emotional celebration and being with others that are excited for you and they want to celebrate you. This is a very joyful reading. Oh, it's giving positive vibes all around, because we're seeing celebrating fruition, being in your joy, you're being in your vulnerable state, you're being in your pure state of showing up how you are and letting that. And I think what's important with the sun is that you show up as how you are in your vulnerable state, in your pure form, and letting that shine bright. And there's going to be a celebration with that. So in November, I'm getting, Taurus, that you really need to just show up as who you are, as your authentic self, and you will be celebrated, and something is coming up in fruition. And I think what that something is in fruition, when you show up as how you are, people are celebrating be in that social celebration, then there will be this Knight of Wands full of passion, full of excitement, someone that is ready to take action on their feelings, on their passions for you, because Wands, I mean, it is sexual energy in regards to fire. So someone might be, by you showing up as how you are in your birth and your purity, your vulnerable state, they are ignited by that notion of you just being in your happiness and your joy and your gratitude of what fulfills you emotionally. So in November, it's really important to just show up as how you are, your authentic self, celebrate with others, a social gathering which may bring up sexual or passionate feelings from someone else who might reveal themselves to you in this engagement. But it can also signify that someone might, a Knight of Wands might come up towards you in your emotional celebration of like how you emotionally nurture yourself all by yourself. You celebrating your own emotionally nurturing yourself and just enjoying your life. The Sun with the Three of Cups, someone's gonna be ignited by that and have that strong attraction for you. Taurus, interesting. In the back of the deck, we do have the Page of Wands as well, which confirms the Knight of Wands energy. Like the Page of Wands is like, oh, where is this wand gonna take me? What? And with each wand, it's like, you see how like these little sprouts are just like little, they're still sprouting, but they're a little tiny, but in the wands, they're a lot more nourished, they're a lot more stronger, a lot more green. So even with this one wand, there's growth. And so it's like this curiosity, the feather, again, the red feather of like that spark of a thought, like, oh, where will this passion, this curiosity of sexual energy? So the Sun, the child or children, and the Knight of Wands, it's the same notion of like, oh, I'm gonna take action. I'm not thinking about thought process. I'm taking action from my feelings because I'm ignited and I go towards what gives me joy. Both of these are actually going towards like the celebration and a social gathering and things coming into fruition and celebrating that with other people. Get that, and at the end of November, Taurus, or even in December, there will be lots of social gatherings and celebrating with others and group events potentially. But we have this Five of Swords. Five of Swords is all about like basically you win, but you win at a cost. So it's like, you really win? It's a sacrifice. It's winning for the sacrifice of hurting other people. You win through conflict, but potentially you still lose because you have to, in order to win, you have to lose some sword. Like you have to hurt someone in order to get those 2 extra swords or that 1 extra sword. And even if he gets those 3 extra swords from someone else, it's like the law is like, is that sword more important than a relationship? Because we're seeing the Knight of Wands is actually moving away from the Five of Swords into the celebration. So this could be someone coming in. They might have won some knowledge that they're coming in for you, but in some respect, there's something that they've lost. So this might be someone, they receive some knowledge and then they're trying to get some gratification feelings and celebrating it in a way to subside the feelings that of the way they had to go about winning those swords. Oh, I've won. There's something going on with this where it's like they've won at the cost, losing something else a lot more significant. Is it there's something going on about someone coming in with, oh, I've won, but maybe they're not telling you how they've won certain things, or they're coming in to celebrate with you, but there's something going on back of the scenes like, well, how did you win those swords?